We had talked about it all year. We had a relatively easy time getting here, and losing the year before in 2 close games was something fresh in our memory. So I think just the relief more than anything that we knew we were the best team in the country, and to finally show everyone we knew it was great. It's the only way I can describe it, really.
They're great young men, and they've had a rough year as sport goes this year, some ups and downs within our squad and players missing, coming in and out. So it's just a great culmination for them to finish off the school year as a group of young men and schoolmates. School sport's still so pure when you're playing a game with guys you go to school with every day. So yeah, I just can't wait to actually watch them get out there, be together and just compete as hard as they can.
We already brought our school's first national championship, so no one's ever gone back to back, and it's a lot of Lake G back to back, not a lot of anyone else, so it would be great, and it would just be proof that, you know, regardless of what happened start of the year, like, this is our team, this is what we are, and this is how we play.
It's just been one of those classic years of just not having our full team available at any stage, but I've been really proud of how the boys have adapted, and probably the best thing that's came out of it is we've seen some real growth in other players that have been forced to grow that probably didn't think they were going to get that type of opportunity. So for me, that's been the most pleasing thing. We don't have any excuses in our group. So, and Ash McGrath, who I said our captain's really grown this year as a leader, he was out, so he's learned to lead off the floor. And now we've got him back on the floor, it's been a real growth in him, so that permeates down through our team. So it's more player-led than coach-driven, which is a real credit to them.
Playing is fun, you know, and we got a week straight of just playing. We finished school, like, this is all we get to worry about. That, for me, is fun. Stepping on the court in a high-pressure environment is fun, and I think that's how we play, and I think everyone on our team would agree with that.
I really believe in how tough the boys are, and it's 5 days of basketball at the highest level, which is so much fun. But to be playing the right way on day 5 takes a special mindset, and you have to be in shape and fit, which our boys are. So yeah, that's what we'll just tap into, just being tough enough for long enough.
Peach is a great coach, and I think the belief he instills in all of our players to go and take your moment is the biggest thing. Just the confidence that you can do anything on the court, and every single player believes that playing for him.
Southport! Southport!
There we go. There we go. So winning the school championships last year is probably one of the best basketball experiences I've ever been a part of. You know, playing with boys you go to school with every day, you know, go through those challenges in school. So I think it meant more being with them. You know, having Peach as well, coaching that, and just it's one of the best probably basketball experiences I've ever been a part of, the way he coached and the way we played as a team. It just felt like the 2-year group that we went through with that was like the final thing we needed to do as a group, and first time in history for our school. So it's probably one of the biggest things that, you know, we've done for the school and we've been a part of as groups that we'll look back in 30 years, 20 years and talk about it for coming years.
Indy Cotton is just a great kid. From the first time he rolled up to our school in year 9, I knew we had a really good basketball player, but I wasn't sure about who he had as an individual. The young man that he's grown into speaks volumes to him and his family. Like, he hasn't been at the school for the past 6 months, he's been down at the COE, but his way to come back and reconnect with our group like that straight away. Unfortunately, he rolled his ankle in his first session back, but still his commitment to our team on the bench has just been so great for our school to see a past student come back and still give back to us.
You can't get too high on the high or too low on the lows. You've got to try and stay as calm and collected as possible, because that's sport. You know, not everything's going to go perfect. You're not going to win every game. Not everything's going to go your way. So it's what you do when the setbacks happen that really make you a player or the person you're going to be in the long run.
Southport! Southport!
It was probably a void I didn't know I needed when I'd finished playing. It actually started with my wife putting us down to coach my eldest daughter's under-14s team when I was away. And I was like, ooh, I'm not sure about that. And it's probably one of the greatest things that she's ever done for me. So it's been, yeah, really easy for me to go from playing to try and give back what I learned as a player to the next generation.
I think my role throughout the team now that I'm not being able to play is just being able to be more of a vocal leader on the sidelines, like getting boys, not so much coaching, and I'll leave that up to Peach, but just helping them know, from my experiences, what works well being here, being able to be doing this, and just talking them through what I think we can do better on the court, or just helping in any way I can, really.
I'm actually just really excited. Like, we've learnt a lot over the couple of days, so now it's up to the boys. The tournament really starts this afternoon, so it's sort of win or go home. So yeah, I'm just really excited to see how the boys attack this afternoon's quarterfinal.
What's next after this school championships and being at the COE and being a junior is hopefully go to college or NBL, any experience I can get being a professional next year would be something that I'd really look forward to. Being able to be able to play for Australia 3 times as a junior is one of the greatest accomplishments and honour that you'd be able to do as a junior. That's something that would be the highest regard to be able to play as a senior, play in the Olympics, play in the Boomers. That's something you always think of and think about when you're a junior, and that's something that I definitely aspire to do when I get older. Well, I love Paddy Mills in terms of Basketball Australia, him coming through, going through the Centre of Excellence and what he's been able to do for the culture-wise for our nation. But the person I look to in the NBA is more De'Aaron Fox. The way he plays and attacks the game, and just him as a person is something that I want to try and model myself after. I think you're only a basketball player for so many years, but you're a person for life. So if you can just get told stories about how good of a player you were, but how much you impacted other people's lives in that way, that's something that I want people to look back on.
My name's Jack Tweedy, I'm 17 years old, I'm from Rockhampton, Queensland, and I play point guard for TSS. My brother, he obviously played here. It was a big decision why I came to the school, obviously, like winning the national championship, winning the GPS championship, state titles, and I kind of wanted to do the same thing, really.
Jack Tweedy is a ripping kid, wears the same number as Benny, number 6. Obviously, we know what Ben's gone and done and going to go on and do, so I'm aware of that, and I think having my own children, that some would say, he's Jack in Ben's shadow or whatever, but I think this tournament and this year has been great for Jack to emerge from that, become his own player and create his own name. And mate, that kid literally works in the dark. I went into TSS the other afternoon, Saturday afternoon with my own family, and he's in the Centen Centre because he couldn't get the light switch, working on touch shots literally in the dark. So him to have moments in the light this week has just been really good. I'm really proud of him because yes, he's going to be a good young basketball player, but as we say all the time, he is just a great young man. So I'm really proud of the week that Jack's had.
My family is a big basketball family. That's all I really ever knew. Ben tried to push me. He was a big decision why I came to TSS, and I'm just trying to do what he did, really, win a national championship. Really cool to have my family come watch me everywhere, obviously. After a good game, bad game, I've got my dad there to pick my brain a little bit, what I can work on, what I did well, what I didn't do well in the game. So that really helps.
Yeah, I think we said the word at the start of the week was tough. Our group's tough. It was going to be a tough week playing a league competition, and that's exactly how it panned out. Had some heartbreaking losses along the way, but I think what sums up our group is I'm really proud of how they finished playing in I guess people say a consolation game that some people would say might not mean anything, but it meant so much to them as a group and as young men. We speak about every time you tie up your shoes, your reputation's on the line. So when Don College hit that shot with 7 seconds to go, I thought, no, to go down 1. But then to put the ball in young Jack Tweedy's hands to try and give him that moment to finish our season off the right way and him hit that game winner, it was a great way to end our 2024 campaign.
The culture at TSS is a very strong one. It's obviously our motto is habits, hang a banner in the school. So we try to just every day, we try to work on our habits, obviously, to try to get that banner hanging up. My role is a leadership role, really, because a lot of our players, haven't really played a super high level. So Peach pushes me to try to lead the team and have a more vocal standpoint on the group, really. I haven't made a decision if I want to go to college or try to do the NBL 1 pathway, but I'm just trying to do well at TSS and obviously get to that national championship first.
We've had boys, mate, this week that have had to step up and have never played at this level. So we lose one of our Year 12s, so the rest will all be back. So I just can't think of a better learning experience for them to have this week. Some tough losses, but to get back off the canvas and keep competing. Some of them have still got 18s rep to play, but have a little break, and then, yeah, hopefully reload with this same group and come back. And mate, we really want to be here again in 2025. It's such a wonderful tournament and great experience for all these school kids. So it seems like pretty fresh to be planning again for next year, but I just hope that the red, white and blue are here again.